group called Malata Naha is recruiting and giving military training to Lesotho youths in South African farms, alleging terrorism. The group is reportedly linked to a campaign advocating for the return of territories historically claimed by Lesotho, including parts of South Africa's Free State, KwaZulu-Natal, Mpumalanga and Eastern Cape Province. Lesotho's police chief confirmed that the country is working with South African authorities, but there hasn't been any reports or statements from the South African side. However, last year, South African Police Service discovered suspected military training sites in 2 provinces, leading to the arrest of individuals, including Libyan nationals. One site was located in White River in Mpumalanga, where 95 Libyan nationals were apprehended. Another site was discovered in Modimolle, Limpopo province, prompting investigations into the extent of such illegal training camps and the involvement of various groups. This is Kaldan Omo from Johannesburg, South Africa for WION World is One.
An age-old border dispute between Thailand and Cambodia has exploded into deadly violence. In the worst escalation in over a decade, airstrikes, artillery, and landmines have left at least 12 people dead. At least 11 of them are reported to be civilians. The border standoff escalated today as Cambodia fired rockets and artillery into Thailand, and Thai F-16 carried out strikes on 2 Cambodian military targets. The Cambodian shell hit a Thai house, killing 1 civilian and wounding 3, including a 5-year-old. These are the images of residents in Thailand's Surin province, bordering Cambodia, running for cover as the neighboring countries exchanged fire. Bunkers built from concrete and fortified with sandbags and car tires sheltered people, including children and the elderly. This as gunfire and explosions were heard intermediately in the background.
My hometown is near the border, so we are aware of the situation between Thailand and Cambodia. We think it should end. We don't want it to drag on, because a lot has already been lost along the border, and people have been affected.
Thai soldiers crouched for cover as artillery fire is heard in the border province of Surin. Some of the soldiers appear to be army medics as they are wearing armbands with red crosses on them. The clash has erupted near 2 temples on the border between the Thai province of Surin and Cambodia's Odar Miche, with both sides trading blame. Both sides are amping up their military deployment along the border. These are the images of Thailand rushing military vehicles towards the border with Cambodia. Cambodia, on the other hand, is moving its artillery along the border as tensions continue to flare up. These are the images of Cambodian soldiers reloading rocket launchers along the bordering area. The violence came hours after Thailand expelled Cambodian ambassador and recalled its own envoy in protest after the landmine injuries. Thailand's embassy in Phnom Penh urged its nationals to leave Cambodia as soon as possible unless they had urgent reason to remain. Cambodia's prime minister requested the UN Security Council convene an urgent meeting to address what his foreign minister called unprovoked military aggression. Thailand condemned Cambodia as inhumane, brutal, and war-hungry, accusing it of targeting homes and civilian infrastructure.
We condemn it because it's a forceful act that does not adhere to the strict observance and compliance with international law. Furthermore, what happened does not constitute a declaration of war. We did not declare war, it's just a conflict. We still insist on the principles of peace and non-violence. We will try to talk to each other to solve the problem.
The two countries are locked in a bitter feud over parts of the Emerald Triangle, where their borders meet. Laos and several Asian temples stand. Cambodia and Thailand share an 817-kilometer land border. In 1962, the ICJ ruled that the temples belonged to Cambodia. Thailand accepted the ruling but claimed that the surrounding areas were still in dispute, making the border situation even more complicated. Earlier on the broadcast, we were joined by Nathan Paul Southern, who is a columnist and operation director at the Eyewitness Project from Phnom Penh, Cambodia, and here's what he had to say.
Well, Cambodia is not releasing their injured numbers yet, so we do not know what the difference is. But Thailand has been hitting Cambodia very hard for several hours now, including with the use of F-16s on airstrikes. So the expected casualty rate in Cambodia could be much, much higher than it is in Thailand. But anyone was expecting more than a dozen dead in Thailand in just the last 12, 13 hours from Cambodian artillery strikes and small fire.
Also earlier on the broadcast, Dr. Titipol Pakdiwanich, who is a political analyst and faculty of political science at Ubon Ratchathani University, joined us from Bangkok, and here's what he had to say.
What I think, because I cannot go into the technicality of that, but then with the situation, I think this area is what also we observed the conflict between 2008 and 2011, and I went to observe that as well. And I don't think the Thai government would try to escalate the situation, but the government actually made it clear that if there is more violence from Cambodia, they would actually respond. But what we can see at the moment, both Thailand and Cambodia are also seeking involvement of the UN as well, and they both try to get the UN involved. So if we can be a bit optimistic, that might be a good solution if both countries back off and focus on negotiation as they are seeking involvement from the UN and international community.
An age-old border dispute between Thailand and Cambodia has exploded into some deadly violence. It is the worst escalation in over a decade, with airstrikes, artillery and landmines that have left at least 12 people dead. 11 of them are reported to be civilians. The border standoff escalated as Cambodia fired rockets and artillery into Thailand, and Thai F-16s then carried out strikes on two Cambodian military targets. A Cambodian shell hit a Thai house, killing one civilian and then wounding 3 others, including a 5-year-old. Now, these are the images of the residents in Thailand's Surin province bordering Cambodia running for cover as the neighboring nations exchanged fire. The bunkers, built from concrete and fortified with sandbags and car tires, sheltered people including children and the elderly.
My hometown is near the border, so we are aware of the situation between Thailand and Cambodia. We think it should end. We don't want it to drag on, because a lot has already been lost along the border and people have been affected.
The Thai soldiers crouched for cover as artillery fire